over the next couple minutes in this video and on this website, I'm going to share with you something that's literally revolutionary. It's going to blow your mind to exactly what we have here, and you're going to be so glad that you had a chance to hear and see what we're doing with a brand new technology. Hello everybody, I'm Coach Pete Meadows, and I want to start by introducing myself. I'm a former Major League Scouting supervisor, was twice fortunate enough to be named the Georgia High School Coach of the Year, and actually was recognized by the Georgia House of Representatives for an outstanding career, a career that saw our program win nearly 80% of the time we took the field, winning multiple state championships. Now, one of the other significant parts of my career has been where we joined our high school program in with a 20-year running professional training program that saw literally hundreds of our players in both the training and high school scenario that passed through go on to the collegiate and professional level, including some to the major league level who are today even key contributors as all-stars and important cogs in their organizations and on their big league ball clubs. And we're very proud of that. But years ago, I recognized as a scout traveling the East Coast that there was a significant void in training. A void really that belied itself in the fact that there were multiple players and parents who really wanted to have access to high-level quality training. And I've since found out it wasn't just in baseball, it was across a multitude of sports where that was very evident. Now, upon beginning the training program that we started, we knew right away that there were three obstacles that most of those people who wanted that training had to overcome to access the training. There was the geography void, where many times people would live in outlying areas and just could not access the quality of training that they would have liked. Or maybe they did live in an area that was highly populated, but yet financially that was just not something that they could do on an ongoing basis to sustain that type of a relationship. And then probably the biggest part of the whole deal is the fact that time is probably one of the attributes that most significantly impacts quality training and the individual looking for it. And many times it's based on the lack of time instructors have and or the lack of time or ability to get to that instructor consistently, and that's an issue. Now, of course, over time, and since that time of being on the road, the internet has accelerated and has brought about a situation to where the world's closer and everything is simpler. So now you can actually have the geography and the financial demographics totally off the table, now only to deal with the time issue as the key component that separated quality instruction from those who were looking for it. Now, you know, there's been a lot of effort made to try to bridge that gap between those who want it and the time factor. Those most often come in the way of books and DVDs and videos that are all very good content pieces and offer a great deal. But the most important part of the entire training experience is lacking in any one of those. And that's something that we address with FlawAssassin.com. And that is the personalization of a specific training piece. And what am I talking about? Well, let's take a moment. Let me ask you a question. When you buy a DVD or book or a video for a skill in a sport that you have an interest in getting better in, what are you actually doing? Well, you're hoping probably, and most often, to identify and extract a certain content from within the material by which to apply to your personal situation or circumstance. You're wanting to build a knowledge base that allows you to apply the content personally. Now, we'll take it another step further. Let's take it to the point that now you have a personal instructor you can access and you're willing to pay money for. What are you really buying from that instructor? Is it their time? Is it their knowledge and experience? Well, I say to you, it's actually both. You're paying for both. You're paying for them to take the time to apply their knowledge and experience to your personal situation or apply it to that actual circumstance. So even with personal application of the knowledge and experience that a professional can bring to the table, there's still this big component of time. Let's take a look at two scenarios by how time affects the whole ability for an instructor or an individual to receive training, how it affects them. Let's start with a student or client. Sure, they are desirable of being able to get this knowledge transferred to them in an instructional setting from a quality professional. However, they still are limited by time because they are responsible for life's issues, going to school, having to go to do other things with other siblings and parents, trying to get their children from here to there. And so life is life, and of course there are some time constraints there. Yet they still have a desire to try to be pliable enough to make the instructional experience available. Now, with the professional, and from their perspective, and there are many out there that have to have jobs because they can only do this part-time because of the fact that it just does not create a return that would allow them to be full-time. And now I know a lot of guys, particularly high school coaches, and many of us who have been involved in our sport that we're passionate about, that have said to themselves, gee, I wish I could do this full-time. Well, I don't know many who wouldn't want to because of the fact that it's just where we want to be. However, there are responsibilities like paying the rent and eating and things like that we like to participate in that preclude us from being full-time. But yet we're still always thinking about what and how that would be so nice. But as I've told many who've tried to go out into that over the years into the full-time scenario, there's a problem that you got to understand, is that you're going to be limited by the first example, and that is the part-time scheduling capacity that your clients have. So you're going to go full-time into a scheduling situation whereby you can only access people on a part-time basis. And so even with that small amount of time, there's only so many hours in a day and so many lessons that can be completed in that time frame. Therefore, you're limited by the amount of income that you could develop to go full-time and to sustain a full-time situation. Now, there are many courageous, passionate guys who will go out and they'll start a training facility and they'll get a fitness studio or fitness center, only to later become labored with overhead employees and all those things that just are, that still they're not going to find the time of the day to make every square foot of their investment lucrative. And plus, en route, they're displacing the joy of the whole process of training most oftentimes. Ask them and see if this is not the case, because now they're overburdened by all the responsibilities that have come about. Now, I've been there, done that, and got some of the T-shirts still left from that process, so I understand. But what if I could show you a way to 100% eliminate not only the geographic and financial demographic issues, but also take away the time issues forever off of your plate, and while doing so, even increasing your instructional efficiency 1,000-fold, giving your clients and players a powerful benefit by which they can personally experience complete application of your knowledge and your experience in a 100% effective platform. Now, wouldn't that be amazing? Now, after 20 years of being in this industry, 30,000 video clips that I personally reviewed from over 25,000 client exposures with the support of decades of additional professional expertise spanning multiple sports, and with 10 years of intense, dedicated effort, the FlawAssassin technology is released and is doing three things for you right now. Number one, it's offering you, who are baseball folks, an opportunity to participate in a membership platform, which is our prototype, that has immense features, including this personalized interactive lesson technology. You can learn more about that by reviewing the videos on the site. Second, we're giving all of you who are visiting this site from other sports and who are coaches, instructors, the opportunity to create your own platform by which you can break through the time, the geography, and the economic or financial demographics that may be hindering your ability to be full-time or even get started in this wonderful industry and making a difference in the lives of people. We can show you how to do that because we do all the heavy lifting. Then we provide, number three, a referral program by which individuals can make money sharing our program. And finally, we have a powerful Earn As You Learn program for youth league organizations that give them the benefit to earn and support their program at the same time of providing this incredible interactive tool. Check it out, and I'll see you on the other side.